Yeah, so I came up with another topic, man. So looks of disgust. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I tend to get a lot of like weird looks from people, man. It just gets on my fucking nerves, man. I ain't gonna lie, like it gets me, makes me very irritated. Um, I deal with it a lot here at my college, and just anywhere. It don't matter, like, but it's definitely more prevalent in school. Cause I'm around, people that not look like me, but like a lot of, like I said, I'm older than a lot of these students here, cause I'm in my late 20s now, going into my 30s, but I blend in with everybody else. Like everybody else is kind of like early 20s, late teens and shit, and I kind of blend in with everybody, so I look like I don't really stick out like that. But if I was to tell somebody that I was 29, they wouldn't believe me. Like a lot of people say I look younger than my age, which is a blessing. Like I said, I don't like looking older. I'm glad I don't look 29, but I am 29. Hold up, y'all. Like right now as we speak, getting people looking at me funny and shit. And I don't know, it could all be in my head, I don't know. But it's just like people be looking at me weird and shit. And it's like, I don't know, like especially like black people, like all races, man. They all look at me funny. Like it's kind of hard to make this video right now, because I'm around people right now as we fucking speak. It's cold as shit out here too. I swear, I just hate human beings, y'all. I really do. I just hate human beings. I hate people. I feel like animals and pets have more compassion than fucking humans. Hold up, y'all. I'm gonna really get to the breakdown. And I'm really trying. I can't do it now because I'm around people right now. But anyway, like I was saying, I just hate being around people. I hate, I mean, what am I talking about? No, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about looks of disgust. Like when I'm walking and I'm just minding my fucking business. It's just always a motherfucker just staring at you, looking at you weird. When it's females, they'll look at you kind of strange, like it's something wrong with you. Like for example, I could be sitting down, ordering some food, eating some food somewhere, sitting down, eating some food, and the motherfucker, somebody just looking at me just for no reason, just looking at me funny. Or like right now as I'm recording this damn video. People looking at you funny. I'm dealing with it right now as we speak. I'm just recording myself. People looking at motherfuckers staring at me and shit, looking at me like I'm like something wrong with me. And then it be times where, people don't really pay me no mind, but a lot of times, man, it be people looking at me strange, man. It just gets on my fucking nerves. It just gets on my fucking nerves, man. It really irritates me. And I don't understand why, I don't understand why I always get this treatment. And I don't even do anything. I don't bother nobody, I don't do nothing. I just mind my fucking business. And I just stay in my own lane. And people just always giving me, the funny looks and shit. Especially females, man. Especially females. And this is another thing I kind of wanted to talk about too, speaking of females. I notice it's always like, remember I was telling y'all how I'm not really interested in like black girls and, even with white girls too. I'm not really interested in them either. But like I noticed it'd be a lot of black girls like checking me out though. Not like checking me out, like looking at me like they kind of like what they see, but at the same time, it'd be black girls, just like all other races that look at me funny and look at me strange. But I notice like anytime if it's a girl that's looking at me like she like what she sees, it's always a black girl. It's never white girls. It's never damn sure not Asian girls. It's never any other race but black. It's always just black girls that be looking at me like they kind of like what they see, but then at the same time, it'd be a lot of black girls that look at me like they just can't stand me. Then that's usually the case. 9 times out of 10, that's usually the case. Them and then like other races too. So unfortunately, only time I do get looks, you know, because like you could tell if a girl likes what she see, like just by the way she looking at you, you could tell. You could kind of sense it. You kind of feel like you know the girl might like what she see. You know, you can kind of feel it. So that's what I usually go by, just how they look at you. Man, whatever, y'all. Like no matter where the fuck I go, man, it's people right fucking there. That's why I wish I could just find an area where it's just secluded, where there's nobody around. I hate making videos and this motherfucker's right there. There's people walking right next to you, or it's people in your vicinity. I don't like hearing people. And then it's like every time when I'm on my phone recording myself, people look like now. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This whole video is what this whole video is about. Just people looking at you funny, you know, just observing you, thinking that you're weird and shit. I go through this all the fucking time, man. Like I'm walking past these cars, and I'm pretty sure people looking at me funny right now as I'm recording. I'm not even looking at them. I'm not paying them no mind. You know, and it just make you feel like you're just a piece of shit, man. It kind of drives you fucking crazy. You know, people just constantly giving you weird looks all the time. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this feeling, but it's irritating, man. Every day, you know, you're in school, and it's like, I just hate being around young people, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I know I'm young myself, but I don't like being around people, you know, around my age range, because, especially in college, man, because it's like in college, it's like you always gotta follow trends, and you know, it's like you always gotta walk around trying to, you know, it's like you always gotta how do I say it, like it's like you always gotta like follow trends, and you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and if you're not keeping up with like the trends and all that shit, then you looked at as weird and all that crazy mess. I just hate just being in this fucking world, man. I swear. I can't even. I'm trying to, like, where I'm at, y'all. It's like there's a lot of people. Not really a lot of people around me. It's just a lot of cars driving by. And I'm very, like I said, I just don't like people. I don't like when people are watching me, looking at me while I'm recording my video. If it's people, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, there's people just looking at you weird. And it's like, it happens with, it's like everybody does the same shit. You know, it's like, it's just, I don't get it, man. I really don't fucking get it. Like, I'm just I'm always getting weird looks from people. You know, I don't even bother nobody. I don't do nothing to nobody. And people just looking at me funny for no reason. You know, girls, like I said, girls, like I was talking about earlier, when it comes to females, when they look at me, you know, they'll look at me Um, like some black girls, they'll look at me like they like what they see, and that don't even flatter me. That shit don't make me feel good, cause I don't, like I said, I don't really care for black girls like that, and I'm not trying to offend any black girls that's listening to this video or watching this video or anything. I just don't really have any interest in being with a black girl or a white girl. I don't care to be with them either. Like I said, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but I just don't care to be with them. I mean, they don't care to be with me either. You know, I'm pretty sure it don't matter whether I wanted to be with them or not. They don't want to be with me regardless. So it don't even fucking matter at the end of the day. And when it comes to like Asian girls, they definitely don't pay me no attention. So it's like white girls, when I'm walking past white girls, when I'm on campus or wherever I'm at, you know, they don't pay me no mind. White girls do not pay me no attention at all. Like I'm just totally, it's either they don't pay me no attention, or if they do look at me, it's always looks of disgust. Or or if I look at them, which I try to avoid eye contact with females at all times, man, because like as soon as you look at them, they just immediately trying to look away. You know, as soon as I look at a girl, like if I see a girl that look kind of good or whatever, you know, she got a cute face or whatever, I kind of look for a second, but then I stop because I don't want to stare, because I don't want to look too hard, because then they'll look at me, notice me looking at them, and then they look away, or they kind of, you know, try to make it so, you know how girls are when you look at, well, I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but when I look at a girl and, you know, she's noticed me look at her, it's usually like, you know, they'll just look away immediately, you know, or they'll kind of give you a look like what are you looking at type look, you know. And so that's why I try to avoid eye contact, man, because that shit can really fuck with your head. And it's like, it's sad because it's like I'm a guy, I'm a straight guy, and I like attractive females, I like attractive women. But yet, you know, when I see a girl that I find attractive, I gotta force myself not to look because of the negative reinforcement that I always get. You know, it's just sad, man, the shit I gotta go through. You know, dealing with looks of disgust and being just totally ostracized by just the opposite sex, man. I just feel like I feel like I just automatically assume that every girl just don't like me. And every girl, I'm talking about every girl on the fucking planet. Like, I'm just so convinced that every girl I'm just like, there's nothing that anybody can tell me that will convince me otherwise, that there are some girls out here that find me attractive. I just don't believe it. I feel like every female on this planet just don't find me attractive at all. And like I said, I don't feel like I'm a bad looking dude. You know, I don't believe that I'm a bad looking guy at all. It's just like, I myself don't believe I'm a bad looking guy, but I feel like females think I'm a bad looking guy. Because I mean, if I wasn't a bad looking guy, then I would at least get some girls well, I did say black girls check me out, but I don't count them. Like I said, I'm not interested in black girls. White girls don't check me out at all. Asian girls don't check me out at all. Spanish girls don't check me out at all. It's only black girls. And I feel like the reason why is because I'm black. You know, I look just like them, so I have the same skin color as them. So I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it just is like, you know, I just don't care when black girls check me out. It doesn't make me feel any type of way, you know, unless the black girl is like super, super attractive, then maybe I'll feel kind of good. But if it's just a regular looking black chick, or a ghetto looking black chick, or just, you know, a black chick that's just not attractive at all, then that shit don't flatter me at all, man. I don't feel good about that. And if anything, I get annoyed. You know, it's like, it's either I get, these are the looks I usually get from girls, the females in general. With black girls, it's usually, you know, they might look at me like they like what they see, or they looking at me like I'm weird, or, you know, just like every other race of female, they look at me like I'm weird, or there's something wrong with me. you know, or I get looks of disgust, you know. That's all I get from black girls. White girls and every other race, it's just looks of disgust, or I just don't get looks from them at all. You know, I'm just totally non-existent from like white girls and Asian girls. They don't check me out. None of them checks me out. I walk past, like I said, my college is very diverse, so there's a lot of different races of females at my college. Most of the girls that in my college, man, all of them just don't. None of the non-black girls check me out, man. Some black girls check me out, but it's usually the ones that I'm not attracted to, the ones that I don't find attractive. And it's just never like the girls that I find attractive check me out. They don't check me out. White girls, Asian girls, none of them. You know, I don't get favorable looks from girls that I find attractive. I just don't get nothing. I'm just totally invisible. You know, and people just looking at me funny. And then another thing is like, you know, like I'm black, so you know, I kind of fit the I guess the stereotype of being a hood dude, you know, especially now that it's cold and I gotta wear hats and hoodies and stuff. You know, when black guys my age wear that stuff, we're looked at as, you know, criminals, thugs, and all that shit. And I don't carry myself that way. It's just I blend in with everybody, with all the other black dudes, you know. So, you know, that's why I kind of look that way. You know, like now, somebody just looking at me because I'm recording myself on my phone. Look like some Spanish dude. I don't know what the fuck. Mind your fucking business, motherfucker. All right, man. Like, I just get tired of just people just looking at you for no fucking reason. I'm not bothering you. I'm not doing anything to you. Mind your fucking business and keep it moving, man. It's like, what the fuck? That shit irritates me, man. It really irritates the fuck out of me, man. It's just, I hate it. And then when it comes to dudes, speaking of dudes, you know, it be dudes like looking at me like they, you know, like they want to start something, you know, or not all the time, but like it be guys looking at me, you know, looking at me funny and shit. They do the same shit, but it hurts more when it's females because, you know, I like females. So when females look at me weird, it hurts more than when guys look at me weird. You know, if a guy look at me, then I don't give a, I mean, I give a fuck because it's like, I get tired of that shit, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give that much of a fuck compared to how it is with females. Because I like women, so. Yeah, but like I said, man, it's just, people just always looking at you, man. It's just like, it don't matter what you do or whatever, man. People always gonna look no matter what. I guess it's just a part of life. But it's just hard for me to deal with this every fucking day, man. Just people looking at me like I'm weird or something. Like, I don't know if anybody else deal with this. Like, I just feel like I'm an alien. Like, I really feel like I'm like some kind of I don't feel like a human being. I feel like I'm an alien. I must be an alien, y'all. I think I'm an alien. Maybe I'm not an earthling. Maybe I was born on another planet somewhere. Cause that's how people look at me. Shit. That's how people look at me. I guess I'm a fucking alien. I must be a fucking alien or some shit, man. You know, I was just tired of this shit, man. Tired of people looking at me weird, looking at me funny. Like, it's just so fucking annoying. You know, I be minding my business. I don't bother nobody. I don't do shit. I stay to myself, man. I could just be on my. Oh, how you doing? It was a lady that walked up behind me, scared. She scared me. Anyway, that was a little awkward. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying, I don't bother nobody. I just stay to my fucking self. And people just look at me like I'm weird, like I'm strange, like I'm deranged, you know. Like I could be making beats or something. I could be making some music. I could be like bopping my head to whatever beat I'm making, if it sounds good. And, people looking at me funny because I'm doing that shit, or I could be minding my fucking business. I could be just studying. I could just be sitting down, just minding my business, doing my homework, studying. And motherfuckers staring at me and shit, like I'm an alien or something. There's always people looking at me funny no matter what the fuck I'm doing, man. Like, and I'm talking about everybody, people in general, not just females, guys, females, everybody. They all just look at me weird, man. But it's just that when it comes to females, it's even more. It hurts even more because, like I said, I like females. I'm attracted to women. I'm a straight guy. I like females, so it's like when they look at me funny, it hurts. It bothers me even more. So yeah, man. I just really feel like a loser, y'all. I really do. I really feel like a loser. When people look at me weird and strange, it make me feel like I am a loser, man. Like I'm just a piece of trash, man. People make me feel that way. People make me feel like I'm just less than a human being. Like I don't belong. I feel like I just don't belong in I don't belong to the human race. Like I'm just not, I don't belong here. Like that's how I really feel, man. I just feel like I wasn't meant to be here. And I hate to make videos like this, man, just talking down about myself, but this is how I truly feel, man. This is how I truly fucking feel. People always looking at me funny all the time. I get tired of it, man, every single day. It happens it's worse at school, but outside of school, it happens outside of school too. But in school, it's 10 times worse. People looking at you, they looking at what you wearing and shit, Like, I ain't got time to be walking around trying to impress motherfuckers, man. I'm just there to just get my fucking education, get my degree, and move the fuck on, man. I'm not there to impress nobody. Yeah, I take pride in myself as far as, like, how I look and everything. I always groom myself, and keep up with myself. But I'm not sitting up there doing all this shit to impress no female or nothing like that. Fuck that shit. I'm just doing it because I'm doing it for my fucking self. Females don't give a fuck how groomed I am, or if I get haircuts, or if I do this, or if I do that. They don't give a fuck about that shit. All they care about is, I don't know what the fuck they care about, to be honest with y'all, man. I'm not gonna talk all that, the same, use that same rhetoric that everybody else say, looks, money, status, and all that. I mean, I do believe girls care about looks, but, I don't know, like, if girls, when it comes to my looks, I just don't know, man. Because like I said, black girls do check me out from time to time, but it's rare. And I don't care for black girls, but it's like white girls. Like, if black girls check me out and other races of women don't, I don't understand why other races don't check me out. If black girls check me out, why don't other races check me out? Or maybe it's a race thing, I don't know. I mean, it can't be that, because there's a lot of interracial couples. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, why it seem like other races don't really care to check me out, but when it comes to black girls, I got their full fucking attention? I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, like I said, I usually, it's like I said, when it comes to black girls, it's usually looks of disgust, or like I said, they'll look at me like like they think I look good or whatever. But when it comes to other races, they don't look at me at all, or they'll act like they scared of me, especially like white girls. They'll look at me and act like they scared of me or something, like I'm gonna try to do something, you know, because I'm black, so they might think that I'm gonna try to, whatever, may try to harm them or something, which I'm not gonna do no crazy shit like that, man. I'm not that type of person, or they might, just totally ignore me, or they'll look at me funny. They'll kind of look at me, or they may, like today when I was in the library, one white girl was laughing and joking, and then as soon as she turned around and saw me, her smile went to a straight up, like her face just went to just a straight up blank stare when she saw me. It's like when I'm around. It's like when I'm around. It's like that music. The music start playing that dun 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 dun. It's like that's the music I feel like plays when people see me. Cause I'm just this weird, creepy, deranged motherfucker. So it's like when I'm around, I'm just the big bad wolf, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, man, that's just how I feel, man. This is how I fucking feel. And I'm sick of it. This is what I go through on a daily basis. This college has really being back in school, man. It really kind of, I won't say it messed with my head or anything, but it's like it just made me feel even more miserable than I was already feeling. Cause I was already feeling miserable before I decided to go back to school. But it's like now that I'm actually back in school, I feel even worse. I thought I was gonna feel better, but no, I feel worse. I actually feel worse than I did before I went back to school. And it's sad, man. But I'm here now, so I gotta deal with it. I gotta suffer. But that's pretty much all I got, man. Looks of disgust, man. Ain't nothing I could do about it. People just gonna keep looking and looking and looking and looking and looking and looking. Looking at me funny, thinking that I'm weird, thinking that there's something wrong with me. If I'm weird, then I guess I'm fucking weird. Then I might as well embrace the shit. Fuck it. I'm weird then. Woo, I'm weird. I'm an alien. I'm a fucking, creature. I guess I'm just a weird ass motherfucker. I got a Venom hoodie on. I guess maybe I'm Venom. I got the symbiote on me. Shit. Just a weird ass motherfucker then. White girls, they probably looking like, why is he standing there on his phone? Cause I want to, bitch. Shit. Mind your fucking business, man. That's the shit I be talking about, man. Anyway, y'all, let me go ahead and end this video. This shit just gets on my fucking nerves, man.